What's the Not Your Finest Hour podcast? What is that all? I mean, I've heard stories.
Not Our Finest Hour podcast. I'll have to check out one of these days when I get a minute to listen to it. I've been told it's not for everyone. Just the general reviews I hear on it. It has been getting really good reviews.
And I've never personally listened to it, but I have heard it's not for everyone.
I listened to the Not Our Finest Hour podcast. Just great podcast. I've really enjoyed that.
I'm not endorsing anything, but what Caleb told me, he said, don't endorse anything unless you listen to it first.
I do once in a while listen in, and it's a lot of fun, but I do got to be careful. It is not for everyone.
Caleb Allman is always dropping nugs that it's one of the most value-added shows out there.
Of course, through all the Not Our Finest Hour, you guys poking fun at so much different stuff is absolutely killer.
I don't feel any oppression tonight. In fact, I feel very free. Not Our Finest Hour podcast. Thanks for being here.
I'm Interlock in, and I wouldn't fucking miss the Not Our Finest Hour podcast for nothing.
Welcome to the beginning of the podcast. Chad, what are you doing?
I'm just finishing up an estimate that I raw dogged through Google Earth quickly. I do that a lot. I go to estimates and then they're like, aren't you going to measure anything? I said, no, I'm just going to use Google Earth. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah. It's like a magic trick for them. They don't believe you can do it. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty accurate too. They're like, oh, really? I said, yeah. And if it's not, then I'll eat shit. But it beats standing around here talking to you guys for half an hour. And I'm measuring the job. So
I think if I went to a residential quote right now, I wouldn't even know where to start quoting it if I was going by myself. Normally Nancy brings all these measuring tools and she does drawings, and so I just show up there to show face, and then she does everything, and then I quote the drawing, and then she deals with everything afterwards as well.
yeah, I need a Nancy.
If someone said to me, you have to go quote this job on your own, I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. See ya. I'm not overly interested in doing this. I'd have to be I guess if I was super desperate, then absolutely I would do it. But just in my normal functioning, if my business was functioning where everything's normal, I would not do that.
Yeah. It's an awkward time whenever you're measuring stuff because they want to be around when you do it, and they want to put their toe on the fucking measures tape and shoot the shit while you're doing it, but you're trying to write things down at the same time, and you're still trying to sell the job at the same time, so you can't tell them to scram. It's just measurements are a weird time on the project because you'll be like, okay, 4 feet, and they'll go, no, I want 3.5 feet. I don't give a shit if you want 3.5 feet. You're getting 4 feet because I'm not building a 3.5 foot walkway.
Well, the other problem is people start saying that shit to me. I go, you'll get whatever the pavers you pick work out to without cutting.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how big a walkway you want.
Well,
I'm not cutting pavers down to 3.5 feet.
Yeah.
Correct.
If pavers work out to 47.5 inches, because no one ever makes pavers true to size, I'm not cutting that down to 40 inches. Fuck you.
Agreed, but that's a conversation to have whenever you have the job, not whenever you're trying to win the job.
I mean, this is why I don't win a lot of residential work. I would just say that to them. If it's straight, I say I work till the furthest edge past what you paid for.
I'll say the plus side of 4 feet or whatever, right?
Oh, yeah. I always say if the walkway is 4 feet and no cutting makes it
52 inches.
52 inches. If this walkway is going to be 52 inches, or you find someone else to do your fucking job.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I had a really big job once that was all block techo, and the rep was there, and it was a huge thing, and they went through all of it, made all the arrangements, and the day before 2 days before the job, the guy was like, I'm switching to con perm for some reason, and I literally said, you can take your $400,000 job and jack it up your ass then. Literally sent an email that said that. I said, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, man. I don't fuck with people like that. I won't work at your fucking house. I don't want to fucking work for you.
Yeah.
And then the guy like called me like begging for me to come and just do the job with the original stone. And I was like, yeah, bro, I don't really want to work for you. Suck it. And he called me back and he called me back and then he texted me and then he called me back. And eventually I was like, okay, we've established that I now dominate everything about you. So I'll come back.
Yeah.
But like, I
Right
was
on.
like, you, you getting someone to do this on your stupid timeline is harder than me to find more work. And at the time, I probably had too much work anyways. So I was like, I don't really give a fuck about your. I think the job was like 575 grand residential. I was like, stick it up your ass. Find someone else to do it, man. I
It's
don't care.
harder to make $575,000 residentially than it is to make it commercially, by far. Like,
Yeah.
not even, it doesn't even hold a candle to each other. Is that how you'd say it? Whatever. Like, commercially, that's a boatload of topsoil sod and some trees and shit. And residentially, that is a grind every single day to get the
Yes.
pavers in and the walls in and everything straight and square on the pool and all the lighting to work and whatever it is, the 20 set of steps probably that you're putting in.
I
Like,
think if we had to go back to like a full time residential company, I would probably sell everything.
Wow.
I would look elsewhere. I'd run an excavation company before going.
I'd go work at Walmart.
Well, if I do that, but
Oh, I would.
uh,
I can't imagine going out to quotes every night and fucking fighting against a bunch of people with wheelbarrows and like at least quoting commercially, like you're legitimately quoting against other people that have overhead or they should.
well, yeah, you'd like to hope so, but
Like I just have no, I
we
have
lost
no.
uh we lost a topsoil and seating job last week. We were 150. The next guy was 90 grand. I'm like, there's not even $60,000 of profit in this job. Like, this is not possible. Like, the GC is like, yeah, I know, but we have to go with lowest price. I'm like, fuck me. When are you guys gonna learn?
Yeah, or someone's gonna do it and lose their shirt and do a good job.
Mm, no. Well, maybe.
I've lost my shirt on things and done a good job.
Um, these guys are constantly underbidding me and not doing a good job because I have to drive by one of their jobs every day to get to one of my
Maybe they're
jobs.
trying to run you out of business.
Good luck.
They're just gonna bid low till you're gone and then they're gonna jack the prices.
That doesn't work. They're gonna put themselves under before they put me under.
Works for fucking Walmart.
Uh, that's
Walmart goes
fine.
into small communities, lowers all their prices, wipes everyone out, and then fucking jacks all their prices and makes 10 times the money. You
I
don't know
don't.
who they're financially backed by.
Yeah, that's
It
fine.
could be financially, it could be financially backed by Jeff Bezos.
I'm good with
He's
my
like, I
money.
fucking hate Chad from NDL. We're gonna wipe that motherfucker out. We're just gonna undercut this guy. We have an endless source of money. They could be getting financed by the mob. Maybe
Hey,
it's a
we
money.
did an Amazon
Could be
warehouse.
could be a money laundering fucking thing. Maybe they're just laundering money and they don't care to make any money. That happens all the time.
I'll still find a way to make money. I always.
Well, it happens all the time where we are. I don't know if it happens all the time in fucking Cornwall.
Maybe it
People
did.
are,
This is exactly what's happening. I don't know.
it could be. And then you can't win.
That's why I'm putting all my money into vacation rentals and property rentals. I'm out of the landscape game. I tell you, 5 years, I'm gone. Not
Perfect.
really, but that's the dream. Then I wouldn't have. I spent 2 days trying to find a quarry that has the sand that will have less than 1% sieve size below 75 or something like that. Some bullshit fucking spec for the sand underneath the pavers. So if they do a test, it'll pass. Even I got your man Chris involved. Like he was looking for me. Like
Who
I like
put
this
that
guy.
spec on there?
MTO.
Oh my God. They'll test it for sure.
Well, I don't give a shit. They wanted so you were in the email chain, so you know that the pavers they selected.
Someone cut me out of that email chain.
No, there it's been radio silent. There's nothing. We sent it away for approval
Oh, okay.
and came back. They're approved, and then they want a sample. Are you fucking nuts? I'm getting 30 pallets of this shit delivered to the job site. There's no sending away for a sample. You're not getting a sample ahead of time. You're getting the brick that comes on the truck.
Is it what MTO is this for? Like the highway or something?
Yeah, I think there's only one MTO.
Well, what it's like for the 401?
No, it's for a highway called the 138 around here, which is a link between the 401 and the 417, which goes to Ottawa.
Hmm.
But
Why
so
would they give a fuck about what sand is under the pavers?
I don't know.
Are these pedestrian pavers or are people driving on them?
Well, it's do you know the in a roundabout you have the concrete apron on the inside?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, on the inside of that there's another brick apron. Completely unnecessary, complete waste of $80,000. But they're doing it and we have to put in Holland stone in a running bond pattern.
Well, Carney's putting the carbon tax back on. It's going
Yeah.
up 17 cents. So
Is it really?
yeah, we announced it today. It's called the Clean Fuel Act,
Oh yeah.
but it's literally exactly the same as a carbon tax. So, so gas is going up 17 cents again.
Right.
But don't worry, it's the Clean Fuel Act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
What's new with you, Mike?
Not a whole lot. I visited NRX Landscaping yesterday to see the biolift, the
Oh,
exoskeleton, see what that was all about. And
did you try one on?
I did. I tried one on. I held a saw, pretended I was cutting with it.
Are they one size fits all, or are they?
Yeah, they're one size fits all, so they adjust and everything.
Hmm. Is it that good?
I don't know. I would have you'd have to try it out for like a long period of time to think about
If
it more.
you had to cut the tits off a kilometer's worth of grande wall, would you want to be wearing one of these suits?
Yeah, it would be perfect for that. It's basically a spring. We were laughing because you could just like lean over like one of those Fent zombies, and
Oh,
you don't have any like it feels super comfortable because the spring just holds you up, right? So if you're cutting, leaning over for an extended period of time, it's like perfect.
really?
Yeah.
The guys are gonna. But did the components get clogged with dust and shit?
No, it's completely sealed. They said that they've never had one break. Take that for what it's worth from a sales rep, but yeah, it's like completely sealed and everything, so it shouldn't.
Do you have to take it off when you get in a truck, or can you put this thing on in the morning and be good?
No, you'd have to take it off.
You have to take it off.
Yeah.
Hmm. What's the warranty on those things like?
Oh, I didn't ask actually. That's a good question. But the price tag is 47.50, I
$100.
think.
Does it come with the man
Canadian.
inside the suit?
Does it come with what?
With
No.
the worker included? Jesus Christ, that seems expensive.
Yeah,
But I
How
mean,
much
it's
was it?
47.50.
What's one WSIB claim worth?
um, I don't know. I've never dealt directly.
Yeah, but you could still hurt yourself anyways, in other ways.
Yeah, I'm just saying bad back is like one of the. Did you think you were more productive wearing it, Mike?
I just played with it a little bit. Was I You'd have to try it out for an extended period of time or find a company that has had one for a long period of time and see what if their workers are actually still using it.
Can you?
It is cool. Like if you just lean
Did
over,
NRX buy it?
no,
Well, they do a lot of cutting. We do a lot of fancy
they
cutting.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And even like shoveling, hand shoveling, it's super useful. It just takes all of the load off your back, basically.
Do you think it makes you a weaker person?
Well, they said it just takes enough load that you're still activating your back because that's one of the problems that they had or something that they tested where they don't want to take all the pressure off your back because that's what will happen is that your
Make
back
you,
will not activate and it'll become weaker basically over
hmm.
time.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I don't know if it would be good for us. Because then would the guys fight over them and we'd end up with fucking
Yeah,
10
you'd
of
have to
these
buy
little,
like one for each basically,
one for
right?
each guy?
Yeah.
Not economical.
No. But then you might have somebody that doesn't like it and doesn't want to use it. I don't know.
Oh, I'd have guys that definitely would want to use it.
Oh
I'm not
yeah?
wearing that thing. Yeah. Yeah. Whenever I was coming up, you wouldn't even wear knee pads. You're like, those are stupid. I'm not wearing knee pads. I did 15 years with no knee pads.
I'm using knee pads more and more these days.
Yeah, my
I
guys.
wouldn't. I wouldn't do anything my knees are fucked. So I
See,
guess
like I have a tough time just like remembering to put on knee pads or just taking the time to put on knee pads. So to actually take the time to put on this vest, that's one buckle, two buckles, three, four. It's like four buckles that you have to put on and two straps.
If you're a boss and you're hot-headed, do you think it would be hard to wear one of these things and then rip it off dramatically before getting in your truck and slamming the door and driving away?
Or slamming a skid steer
Yeah,
door.
I feel like I feel like getting this suit off whenever you're trying to leave the job pissed off would be not great. I would it would probably make me more mad, that's for sure. Putting this suit off. But yeah.
so. Did you go there just to see the suit?
Yeah, I was doing some running around yesterday and they said that they had the full day that some of their contractors were signed up for demos today canceled. So I just was around the area and I messaged Nick and checked if he wanted to take a look at it and met him at his job site.
So are you buying one?
I will not buy one. No.
No. Would you take it if they gave it to you and required you to use it and make videos?
I would take a loaner to try it out for an extended period of time, but I would not take one as payment for said videos.
No, no. I'm saying more like, did you think it was good enough that you'd be willing to use it to make videos?
I would like to use one for an extended period of time to see.
Like someone giving you something, but then you don't even like it enough to make videos with it. That's what I'm like.
Yeah, that gets tricky then, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you're saying you would make a commitment to that thing, you'd make videos with. Like, I'm not saying anyone's paying you. They're just giving it to you and asking you to make videos of liking it or disliking it. But like, there's stuff that people have sent me, and I'm like, yeah, I don't like that enough to even make a fucking video of it.
I like it enough to try it, but I wouldn't want to commit to any videos unless I liked it. But I would have to use it for like at least 30 days to feel any benefit. But if I'm using it for 30 days, it's gonna make videos make it into videos anyways, right? So I don't know.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Are you done cutting all this grande wall, Chad?
No, the guys have a marathon of cutting tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Oh
So
God.
the two main wall guys are off tomorrow. So I'm putting a skeleton crew on it. And their job is to cut the tits off as many 750 blocks as they can tomorrow. They have like 8 pallets or something like that. 8 or 18? I don't know. It's a lot. I think it's more than 8. So,
Yeah, they would love this thing then for that.
well, yeah. And the reason that they have to just prep them, they're just cutting the tits off, they're not installing them, is because the guy who is cutting the tits off can't cut straight down. So all the time, every time he tries to miter, the wedge block, he cuts it on an angle and fucks it up from the face.
Oh,
And
We
I'm
used
sure as
to
shit not going to spend all day doing it. So,
we used to put them up so that you could pull the saw blade forward and then jam it in straight and
yeah,
then cut behind because it doesn't matter.
yeah. After
Because
you're,
trying to cut downwards and cut it straight after you get tired is fucking hard.
yeah. I mean, not everybody can do it, I suppose. I can do it. I can cut straight all day long. Fine. But
Yeah.
I'm
I used
also,
to just put them on a like on whatever a couple pieces of wood, and I would just drive the blade in straight on the front and then cut the rest of it. It doesn't fucking matter.
yeah. They're just so big and hard to manipulate, right? Like that's a big block to
Yeah.
screw around with.
somebody used to have a shoe attachment that you could put on your quick cut that made sure you cut straight. So it was like two prongs that you put down and a spring that allowed you to use your quick cut to cut straight.
I mean, with practice, you don't need it.
Yeah.
Kind of ridiculous to not be able to cut straight, but I'm not spending my billable $115 an hour for me cutting block all day.
Mhm.
It seems real miserable. I'll have someone else do it.
That is
You
a
know,
stupidly designed wall.
yeah, the rep called me and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "They got to put a 90 in this thing." He's like, "This is a design flaw. The architect should have never designed it that way." I'm like,
Yeah, but they're probably the ones that provided the asinine engineering. They knew it was curved when they engineered it.
the engineering is different than the architecture, right? So it's the architect's idea to draw it on the paper, the engineer's idea of how to make it work, and everybody claps and says, "Yes, this is great. We built this in the end." Completely not understanding that it took the guys 2 weeks to build that radius curve 14 feet high or 14 courses high,
Yikes.
mitering every day, dust, silica, whatever it is, blowing through the air into the golf course next door, ruining the par three experience for everybody that's there.
The par three experience is ruined. Yeah, I'm just saying that, yeah, the par three experience is fucked.
Yeah. But we should be done by this time next week. By this time next week, we're going to sit down to the podcast and the wall will be complete
Mm,
and we'll have build for it, I believe.
nice.
Then we got a million other things to do, but I'm going to say, hey, unless we see a check soon, we're out of here. We need some money. I've gone 5 months there without a single dollar.
What?
It's already been 5 months.
April, May, June, July, August. Yeah,
Why? They didn't let you do a progress invoice?
I haven't seen a penny from it.
Have you done progress invoicing?
Yeah, that wall is so disorganized that it doesn't even have a full PO because they changed it so many times.
Hmm,
Fucking horseshit. So, I don't know. I think I'll go in tomorrow and hold that above their head. Be like, hey, we don't have a single dollar from this yet. We're gonna pull the plug. I know it's coming, but we're also owed $750,000 right now.
Wow.
It's time for
yeah,
some of that money to start to come in.
we're up there pretty high with that too.
Like, this is mental. And here's another thing. So I was talking to my accountant and my bookkeeper. I'm like, we're paying so much tax. Like, how do we stop paying this much tax? Like, this is a lot of money that we're paying. They said, well, you have to get your expenses up. Great, but I need all that cash flow money to float my jobs for the next year. And if you want me to spend it all, then I have to go into credit every summer to operate. I'm like, well, what the government expects you to do. So I'm borrowing money to run natural design whenever I can finance it in-house. If you didn't take all my money in taxes, it doesn't make sense. You become a slave to borrowing money so that you can run your business in the red. Otherwise, you give it all away in taxes.
Yeah, but that's you don't think that's designed by nature?
Well, it is, but I don't think it's right. I think I should be able to run in the black all the time. I've set the business up to do that. But the tax rates are so high that unless I spend more money on assets, shiny things, then I don't get to keep any of my money. It goes away in taxes.
Yeah, but no matter how much of it you spend on things, it's still gonna just go. Whatever's left is gonna go away.
Agreed, but if I want to hold a little piece of it, it's got to be in shiny equipment and trucks and assets and never in cash. It can't be in money sitting in the bank account because they take it that way.
They want that money circulating.
Yeah. So we priced another hook truck.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And at first it was like, okay, an F750, 33,000 GVWR. And then I'm like, kind of like another Western Star, but base model Western Star, or base configuration single axle Western Star is 200 grand. Then you got to put the hook on, that's another 80 grand. So the thing is like 290 grand. And another tandem is 340 grand. So do you buy the heavy single or do you buy another tandem?
Oh, just buy another tandem.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with a heavy single truck?
It
Why
could
would you
hold
want
10
that?
tons. Like it's,
Yeah, but like it's all you're gonna do is load it like the tandem and fuck it up.
no. It
It's
would,
what everyone does.
I'd
You can
send it
say
out.
that in this
I
moment.
know, I know I'll say that, but I'll send it out as like the water truck, right? And then have the tandem to do bigger shit. Or the
Yeah.
same bins that fit on the tandem would fit on this heavy single.
Yeah,
And
then you're really gonna fuck it up.
while it could take them, I'm not saying it's going to take them.
I'm My advice is just spend the extra money. You're gonna want to use it you're gonna want to use it like that anyways, so why not just spend the money?
Yeah.
Trucks hold their value.
No, they don't. They take a shit. Everything takes a
Big
shit.
trucks hold their value. Like
Uh,
compared to fucking pickup trucks and cars and stuff. Like
hmm, I don't know.
I
It doesn't matter though, right? Because if I don't spend it, the government takes it. So might as well have the things that you want.
yeah, I'm just saying like if you're gonna spend 300 grand on a truck that doesn't do everything you want, why wouldn't you spend 340 on a truck that will?
Yeah.
Talking hundreds of thousands of dollars here. If this was like I can get the truck that does half of what I want for 150 grand, or I get the truck that does everything I want for 340 grand. I'd be like, buy the $150,000 truck. But like you're talking like when you're getting up to hundreds of thousands of dollars, $50,000, who gives a shit? It's like $300 a month. Who fucking cares? If you can't afford the difference between in $50,000, you shouldn't buy either of the fucking trucks.
No, it's not the matter if I can't afford them. It's just what would fit. I always had a pain point. Whenever we lost our heavy single, I'm like, I miss having a heavy single at the company, right?
So why not buy the Ford?
I'd I'd rather spend an extra 50 grand and get something that I like looking at every day.
So that 50 grand is okay, but the
Yeah.
next 50 grand isn't.
Yeah. Because it's my money and that's
Well, I get it.
what I
I'm
want to
not
do with my
disagreeing.
money.
Oh, you can do whatever you want with your money. I'm just having an open debate about what
Yeah.
50 grand matters and what 50 grand doesn't.
I think the service is better from Western Star than it would be.
Oh, getting heavy single truck service is fucking brutal.
Yeah, I'm getting heavy single serviced an hour out of town
It's brutal.
is
Any kind of
probably
those
worse.
Ford, Chevy, International heavy single trucks are a fucking bitch to get serviced.
Yeah. Well,
I would buy a Western. I don't know, whatever.
So conveniently, they have them in. I can build them Cummins with a an Allison this time around, which when presented to me last time in the tandem was fucking $45,000 worth of extras. It's all of a sudden not $45,000 worth of extras this time around.
Yeah, because everyone's desperate to get rid of everything,
Yeah. Well,
or they're just desperate to sell things, and before they were willing to mark it up and try to force you into their stuff, like you got forced down a path into their stuff, right? Their Detroit motor, their Detroit tranny, or whatever tranny's in your truck. That's the path they forced you down. But now they're not selling any trucks.
yeah.
So any
They
truck they
said that
can,
the build window is real short. Like they're like we can put it in next month, you know?
yeah,
Um, yeah, which I'm not dissatisfied with the Detroit or the Detroit,
you've only had it for three
but I've
months.
only had it for 3 months, and those have been 10,000 nice kilometers. Like I don't have a real issue with them at this point. And you're right, it's still too new to really know, but they
Yeah,
seem like they've been good. Uh, but everybody wants a Cummins and an Allison, right? So
that's what's in our big truck,
yeah,
our international.
yeah,
I don't even honestly. I don't give a fuck what's in anything as long as you can get parts for it. What is it like? I'm not all this shit that we have. I'm not keeping it. I don't fucking care. Christie's truck has a pack car with an 18-speed auto shift because that's I got a smoking deal on that truck. I don't give a fuck. 4 years from now, it's going out the fucking door and we'll order a new one. I don't give a shit. I'm not keeping anything long term, so it doesn't matter.
you sound like me.
I don't fucking care. Anything big, anything big, any heavy trucks, I'm not keeping long. The little trucks, I don't give a shit because I don't fucking. Who cares? They're just like like the black Dodge is like an $8,000 repair. Who gives a fuck about an $8,000 repair? It's fucking pennies. When you're like the front steers on the truck are $3,000. It's fucking two tires. Who gives a fucking shit about $8,000 on a Dodge Ram? Like, I don't give a fuck. It's like that Toyota truck. The guy's certifying it. Now there's another guy certifying, and he's like, "Oh man, it's gonna be like $3,500 to certify this thing." I'm like, "Bro, I stopped giving a fuck about $3,500 like 3 years ago. Just certify the truck. I don't give a shit. I want that truck. I want it to put in the fleet. I'm running an experiment here. Certified. And then that guy said to me, well, once this thing's certified, I bet you'll get 20 grand for it. This is one of the most desirable trucks you can fucking have. And the body's perfect on it because someone undercoated the shit out of this." And I'm like, yeah, because it was one owner, man. I didn't just randomly buy this shit. I investigated everything about it.
And it has a space cap.
And it has a fucking contractor cap that I got for $400. Then we cut it into pieces and install the fuel tank. So when you open the side, the fuel tank's right there for slip tank.
Wow.
It's sick.
Holy.
Then the guy who's certifying, he's like, "This truck's fucking mint, man. It's fucking perfect." I'm like, "I know." I said, "Someone just didn't. It needs a knock sensor," which is like, I looked up on fucking YouTube, and there's like, do your own Toyota knock sensor in your 4.7. Now I watched the video and said, someone else could do their own knock sensor in their 4.7 because I'm certainly not fucking doing that when I watched it on fucking YouTube. I'm like, whoever said, I'm sure there's someone at home that can do that shit. I am not that person. I mean, I could literally be watching the video and doing it at the same time and fuck it up.
Yeah. I did that with my UV filter for my water. That was a
Mm.
fucking, that was a mess. We got it.
But like realistically, you should dump that bin truck that you just bought in 5 years. That's the longest you should keep it before you're going to start getting major, major, major fucking repairs, no matter what motor and tranny's in it. It doesn't matter. You're going to start getting $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 repairs on any truck. Has nothing to do with the one you bought.
Hey.
Any heavy truck, once they're 5 years old, you're looking at $10, $15, $20,000 probably every 3 to 4 months on the truck.
Yeah.
So you're going to get rid of it in 5 years. So who gives a shit what motor and tranny's in it? You'll have made your money with it. It's still probably going to be worth $200K. Someone who can't afford to buy a $375,000 one will dream of buying yours for $200K, only to find out that when they buy one for $200K, it's going to cost them an average of $7,000 a month to keep it on the fucking road.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a brand new one roll in because you're that person. So who gives a fuck what motor and tranny's in the truck?
So long as it's not a Mercedes.
No, as long as you can get parts for it. Like people don't, there's are people who love the PACCAR MX-9 and then there's people who fucking hate the PACCAR. I don't give a fuck because there's parts. Like when we had Christie's fucking whatever the fuck motor that was, Max Force, the motor was pretty reliable. Like I mean, it wasn't terrible, except that we bought some part for it and was the last part that existed on the planet. And I was like, okay, this thing needs to leave.
Yeah.
So now all I care, but even like the black Dodge, our black Dodge went in. It needs like all these, like a turbo actuator and a bunch of stuff. Dodge can't get the parts for that motor. I called because they said you could, well, they said, like, anyways, that's not really relevant to this part of the story, but they said it'll be done Monday, Tuesday. So Monday came, Tuesday came. Wednesday, I was like, I don't feel like I'm irritating these people by calling now. Like they said Monday, Tuesday. The truck could literally be sitting outside and no one's just called me, right? Realistically.
Yeah.
So I called and they're like, oh no, one of the parts we had to ship in from a dealer in British Columbia or something. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is Toronto, man. There's like a million 6.7 diesel Dodge, 6.7 Cummins diesel Dodge trucks. There's no fucking actuator in the fucking city. We're shipping shit from across the country. What kind of fucking parts system does Dodge have?
Ugh.
And then our Cody's truck, the EGR cooler's blown on it, and Brad's waiting for parts for that thing. That's a PACCAR, whatever it is, MX-8 or whatever the fuck that one is. Like, there's a fucking million of those motors. They're like fucking school buses. There's no EGR cooler? Like, what the fuck are you talking
School
about?
just started. They had to make sure all their buses were running right.
Fucking stupid. Parts, ever since pre-pandemic, none of this shit went on. Parts were there. Boom, boom. People had huge part stocks at their fucking dealerships. But then when the pandemic came, everyone realized I don't have to have $5 million in fucking parts sitting around. These people can just wait. I don't give a shit. Fuck these people. And then everyone collectively set it together, or there's some kind of cabal amongst fucking truck carts people. Big cabal was like, no more stocking parts. Fuck people in their trucks. They don't give a shit about them. Fuck those motherfuckers. These things are only hundreds of thousands of dollars. You paid $375 for the one you have. If you can get one for $340, why the fuck wouldn't you buy that?
$375 with the bins I paid. Right.
How many bins?
3. There's $30,000 in bins there. Well,
The
27.
bins were 10 grand each?
No, they were 27 divided by 3, whatever that is.
9.
Sure.
It's 9.
They could have been slightly less. I doubt they were slightly more, but yeah.
I got the concrete washout out of our fucking bin.
I saw that.
It's out of the yard till 9 o'clock.
Wow. Did you deliver it back to the person who put it in there?
No. Like, whatever. Okay. It's I don't know. It's wasn't an owner of a business that did it. It was a crew of an owner of a business that did it. And like all of us have the same struggle with, once you start to get further and further from the crew or from multiple crews or lots of crews, it just people are making decisions and you're not everywhere all the time. And
It
so
doesn't matter. If my guys did that, I would eat shit for it. So if his guy,
I didn't even call the person that did it. I just made a bunch of videos because everyone fought. And I don't even think the person who's coming had any fucking idea that it even happened from his crew. I mean, he knows it happened now because like everybody knows it happened. But like we've been doing the bins for five years, something like that, 4 or 5 years, and that's only the second time someone's done that. I mean, I don't want people washing out concrete into any of the bins at any time. But if you don't want me to freak out about it and make 1,000 videos about it, just put some dirt in the fucking bin first.
yeah.
So the concrete, like washing it out into an empty fucking bin, then it adheres to the steel, which fucking sucks. Although that honestly, it went way better. I started doing that at like maybe 6 o'clock, and I was done by 9:30. So it was only like 3.5 hours to get it out or something.
Only.
Only.
Whatever. My kid's gone, so what the fuck does it matter what I'm doing?
Well, I
I've
can still think
there's
of better ways to spend your
something to
time.
fucking do. I can't because when I was doing that, I was irritated and angry and not missing my kid.
Uh,
So for me, it was a great waste of time because it was just a distraction. And I was like, whatever, I'll just be irritated at the person who fucking did this, smashing this fucking bin at like 7:30 at night with a fucking excavator that's chained to a float. There was one time I'm pushing on the fucking bin and I'm like, whack, whack, whack. And I guess I hit it too fucking hard and the float started to flip over backwards. And I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck am I doing? I'm fucking on my 20-ton trailer with Tyler from Hallscape's fucking $100,000 excavator pounding on my $300,000 truck at 7:30 at night, irritated. I'm gonna flip this fucking thing over, be lying on my side or dead or something. I'm like, at least my watch would fucking tell Kelly I was dead.
Wow.
I had so many people DM me after those videos and be like, why wouldn't you just make someone do that? You own the business. I'm like, that's not my DNA.
Hmm.
I wouldn't make someone do that.
If they had nothing else, I said I would give them the option to do it. You can try
Co-
this, or
Cody tried originally. Cody thought it was just dirt stuck in the bin, so she was trying to shovel it out, clean out the because she does that all the time. If there's dirt stuck in the bin, she puts the bins with dirt stuck in them at the end of the row, and then when she's not busy or like she has an hour or two to kill, she'll go and clean out all the bins. But she tried to clean it out a couple times. Then I went and looked at it and said, Cody, this is fucking cement in here. She's like, holy fuck. It's just not my DNA. I don't like I would rather just do it myself. Plus, honestly, like I probably if that thing being chained to the float and the float had actually flipped over, I would rather I did it than someone else.
yeah.
And we like our 8-ton has not been in our yard because that bin's been in our yard like that for like 6 or 7 weeks. And our 8-ton's been gone. So that like the E20 certainly isn't reaching to the top of the fucking bin. And we have some dump body bins and some barn door bins. And the dump body bins, the tailgates, the pins for the tailgates are welded in. So you can't fucking pull the pins out and take the tailgate off. You got to cut them out. They're not held in with a cotter pin. So it's like I'm not cutting the tailgate apart. But then I came home to the yard last night and I was upset, missing my fucking kid. And I saw the fucking 4-ton excavator strapped to the trailer. And I'm like, I bet that's tall enough to get in that fucking bin. So I went and hooked the bin and cleaned it out.
Well, as long as you feel better.
And my anger distracted me. And it like those videos got more views on my stories than I've had in a long fucking time. I've concluded people love watching when my life is super fucked up. That's what they love the most.
Everybody loves seeing shit
Yeah.
go wrong for other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's no secret.
Or they just like watching me and being like, this guy's such a fucking train wreck.
Whenever I'm complaining about shit vividly, that gets the most traction.
Or doing things wrong.
Or doing things wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure if I had set a camera up of me beating on it, you could see me. There'd be like a million people going, you're going to flip the float over. That's hard on the bin. It is hard on the bin because that bin is so fucked now because when you bash it like that, you put tiny dents in it. And every little dent will hold dirt in a bin.
It's easy to dent those bins, right? Like they're not.
Yeah.
So you could have we have brand new bins that look like they've been through shit. Like someone fucking put a whole landslide in there.
We usually this year we didn't have time, but normally we have someone paint them like the guys paint them every year. We're usually slow in the summer, slow enough that a couple guys paint them.
Yeah, because as soon as you get the rock pins in them, they like spider the paint from the outside, right?
Yeah.
and they look like shit real
Oh,
quick.
we have some bins that are fucked up too from when we didn't have a lot of bin experience and we did some stuff that's bad ideas with bins. Stuff like strapping machines to the front of it and then the sharp bucket of the machine cutting the strap and the machine rocketing backwards through the back doors of the bin.
Oof.
That kind of stuff. Or like we don't let anyone put huge chunks of concrete in the bins on the ground because when you pick them up, they just slide backwards and go through the fucking doors.
Yeah.
So now, like I have videos of it, but we were loading like huge pieces of concrete from the shoreline job we're doing, and so the pieces, some of the pieces of concrete, like the 30-ton excavator, was like a little bit tippy picking them up. So
Ugh.
like Cody just opened the doors on the bin, and Daryl placed them in, and then it can dump them out. It's fine. Just as soon as you hear it, you just run. But you just foot on the floor as soon as you hear it move. But it's like I didn't want to. I know from if we put that bin on the ground, it would have been fucking like that shit. No, and even if you put it right against the door, because we tried it a bunch of ways, because we had all these huge granite boulders to the stupid spa, and no matter what we did, the granite boulders rocked and bent the fucking doors.
Great.
That's why we have the metal fabricator in the yard. He spent, and now our bins are starting to. They've been full so many times, the walls are starting to toe out.
Blow out. Yeah.
Yeah, so the seal on the bottom of the barn doors isn't good.
Mm.
So Paul's towing them all back in, and then he's welding a round bar on them to cover the seal. Because when you put HPB in them, it just flows out the fucking bins.
Yeah. Yeah. That happens. Like the whole walls will blow out too if like you put a bunch of shit in them and then you like pack it down
Yeah,
to get it under the height of the top. You're like, fuck. I know this isn't good, but here we go again.
yeah. Overall, I think that our bins are. Well, obviously, we ripped the front off that one too. Paul, or the fabricator, Paul, he went and checked them all. Found two more that I think two more that he had to weld up that had cracks in them.
Yikes.
But so some of those bins are 5 years old, and they like because we're doing it as a business, the same bin might be on and off the truck 4 or 5 times in a day.
Yeah.
So I am pretty satisfied with the bins that we bought. Like I think they're
I think bins are a fucking phenomenal idea. Like, I just think they're the greatest thing. Like, if I were a smaller landscape company again, I would get bins all the time. All the time. Put that little dump trailer out to pasture. Like, we would be bin guys all the time. They're just so great.
we do a ton. That's what we have a whole business based on doing
Yeah,
bins
I
for
know.
people.
I think it's incredible. I wish more people used them, but
I think one of the problems is that when you it's a certain kind of person that because a lot of people they start a landscaping company, they're doing all the work, they're doing everything, and then they hire a couple people, and those people are on site. And for a lot of those business owners, that run to the supplier with the dump trailer is just a break you need in the day. And because it's not even, I mean, I think everyone, there's no argument that running back and forth with a dump trailer is more profitable than doing it with a bin. So then there has to be like another reason people do it. And I think one of the reasons people do it is that it gives them a break. They're socializing with people at the fucking
hmm,
supply yard. They're like, I'm
agreed.
sure,
But it's
sorry.
also bad business. I agreed, but it's bad for your business.
Do you think it's that, or do you think that they just don't, they think that they want to save on that delivery fee?
No, I think that that's a lot of it. I like this year we haven't been nearly as busy because a lot of the people that got bins from us are now running dump trailers because they don't have work and it takes longer and it
Mm.
stretches out the season for the guys. They like that's one of the things that with all of these programs and all of this shit and all of that, like sometimes you're making decisions that aren't solely based on like I don't know, it depends what kind of person you are, I guess. I make I would bet that 80% of the decisions I make at our company have nothing to do with making profit. They're more about like making sure that people are taken care of and making sure that, you know, I care more about the people that work for us than I care about fucking profit. I need enough money to pay the bills. Like I want to make money, but I don't even obviously we need to make money, but I would say that like maybe 80's over, maybe like at least 50 to 60% of the decisions I make are more based on anything but profit. Some of them are based on I don't want to get 500 angry emails from some asinine client. Some of them are based like there's a whole subsection of stuff that people are making decisions. And I mean, I also don't think that I'm a very good business person and anyone should be following my fucking business model. So I think that that's a valid argument too. So, but like I do all kinds of things to like when our subcontractors are working for us, there's lots of times that like I could probably get them to do things for less, but it's not fair. I pay people what's fair because everyone has to live. Like, I don't know. But I'm also like, I'm not charging $3,000 a ticket to teach people how to run a fucking business.